the stock sales, right? There's been several of them. I think at least, what, 5? How many? All told.
5, yeah.
I think there's at least 5. Everybody remembers, the recent one. But the early ones were, again, not necessarily like the late ones, because you'd mentioned they were enlisting businesses to purchase the stock more than individuals, right?
Yes. 1923 and 1935 was the big companies in town, and as anybody who lived most of their life here knows, there's a lot of old money in Green Bay and always has been. Contributed enough money through the stock sales and by purchasing season tickets to keep the team alive.
By the 30s, that's when the corporation as we know it was pretty much established, right? When John created the Articles of Incorporation, and this became a nonprofit.
Right. Then in 1931, there was a fan by the name of Willard Bent, who family owned the Gordon Bent Sporting Goods Company, which at one time was the largest sporting goods company in Green Bay, sold the Packers their uniforms. He fell out of the stands. His brother was one of the original stockholders of the Packers, upstanding member of the community. Willard was, it came out in court testimony, was a drunk, been basically unemployed most of his life, and had other health issues. And so he sued for $20,000, got $5,000 in a verdict that was handed down in February 1933. In August, the Packers went into receivership. They basically were out of money because their insurance company had failed and couldn't pay off the lawsuit. And they spent 17 months in receivership. And it was in January of 1935 when the Green Bay Packers Incorporated was created. Clifford wrote the articles for that, and that is the corporation that's in existence today.
And we get through the 40s and we get through the 50s, and they need some more money.
Yeah, 1950 stock sale was the third. And that sale, they went out to the general public. They sold more than $100,000 worth of stock, whereas in 35 they had sold just over 12,000. And they now had more than 1,000 shareholders. Still, most of them were from Green Bay. I think the impression is that a lot of people from around the state bought it. Not so. The original goal was to sell 200,000 shares. 100,000 in Green Bay and 100,000 in the rest of the state. They basically sold close to 100, maybe 80, 90 in Green Bay, and no more than about 10,000 or so in the rest of the state, including Milwaukee. And that's when the Packers truly became fan-owned.
35.
Yeah,
or
1950.
Yeah, okay, 1950. And they went back to the fans and had the wildly successful next stock sale, which turned...
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy, I guess. Just the response nationally, globally. I get questions in my email box from fans in the Ukraine, Afghanistan. It just astounds me.
How did the league take to that? That this team could go out and just raise money through the sale of stock?
Well, I think there was some objection to it. When Bob Harlan took it to Tagliabue, and then Tagliabue had to take it to the NFL owners. Bob was really concerned that they weren't going to pass it, and even the morning of the vote, wasn't sure if it was going to pass. There were people against it, but the Giants and the Bears and the Steelers have always been strong allies, and I think it was some of the old ownership that helped get it through. Dan Rooney included, from the Rooney family.